with Beautiful Mirrors, and we are here today with students from Maple Heights. So we got 3 awesome young men with us. We'll start with introductions. To my right.
Yeah, my name is VC Cruz. I'm from Maple Heights, 12th grade.
Who else we got with us?
Me. My name is Kevon Stewart. I am a freshman at Maple Heights High School.
My name is Jalen Gates. I'm 15. I'm a freshman at Maple Heights High School.
Well, I'm really excited to have you guys here. We're in the studio getting, for a lot of us, our first experience being on a podcast and in a studio. So a lot of what we did this week was leading up to preparing us to be here today. So I know that, a lot of you were with us in the past couple days, kind of learning about our program with public speaking and storytelling. So I would love to hear any feelings or ideas you have about the experience, about what we talked about and even what you guys have been preparing for today when we get to video record you.
The whole experience was pretty cool. It taught us a lot more than what we usually learn in school. For me, they reached deeper subjects for real, and I appreciate that from this program.
Yeah.
What were some of those deeper, in what ways do you feel like the program and the questions we asked made you go a little bit deeper?
It was just more about mental health. We usually don't go over mental health as just like a school. So I feel like they opened that gap and we got to learn a lot more what we didn't usually know.
Yeah. Like the I am statements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't learn that in school.
Yeah, so when we were doing those I am statements, it did touch on what I guess you could say is more like that mental health topic, because it was kind of being introspective. So what were some of the challenges you guys felt with coming up with your I am statements?
It's hard because we don't think about it. We'll never say nothing about it in school or nothing.
Okay, so it was hard to think for yourself, what you wanted to say about yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, what about for you?
Mine was the sore loser.
And so you realized when we, challenged you about it that we didn't want you saying negative statements about yourself.
Positive.
Yeah. So how did you go about getting to that point of, coming up with positive statements? How was that? Did you come up with some?
No.
Well, today you're going to be sharing one. VC, did you come up with yours?
Yeah, it was kind of difficult because usually you don't sit down with yourself and think about what makes you good or whatever. Everybody usually focus on the bad things. So I feel like it opened up an easy gap for us to just sit down and know ourselves and what not everybody else think, just yourself. It's just easy. Well, not easy, but it got easy.
Yeah. So once we started practicing it and going a little deeper, we realized that, we could be thinking about things on a deeper level to really connect with, a positive statement about ourselves.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts you guys had about, when we were talking about storytelling and, sharing something about yourself and the ways in which you guys have gotten out of your comfort zone this week?
Yeah.
Is that something you often get a chance to do?
No,
Nope.
not at all. It was good though, because it's just something new. It's something that we need to learn too, because we need to be able to always talk or explain in front of people, and I feel like it was easier to do that with this program.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What about right now? You're in the studio on a podcast in front of a mic for the first time. How's that experience so far?
Y'all prepared us for it, so
This is not my first time.
Yes, it is.
yeah.
When else have you done it?
I did it before.
Oh.
When I did the Browns thing, when I met the Browns players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What'd you do for that?
I met we just talk about the Browns, and I don't like the Browns. That's not my team.
But you participate in the activity?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can see everybody's adjusting to we're talking to the mic, we're trying to stay still, make sure our voice is being heard. So let's take it back to beyond just this week. So this week we're finally in person doing programming. But before this, we went through COVID this past year, and you guys didn't really get a chance to be with your peers. So we didn't get a chance to talk about it this week either. So I'm kind of interested for right now to hear what was that experience for you guys going through COVID, doing virtual learning. What was going on for you guys during this past year?
It was easy for me because I got good grades when out of school instead of in the school.
Right.
Because if you
Oh,
distracted,
so it went better for you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was completely different for me. I feel like being out of school was like, I'm a hands-on person. So like I usually ask questions from teachers, but it taught me more to be like more independent at a sort, because like
Yeah.
you can't always talk to your teachers knowing that like out of like school hours, like there's office hours, but like office hours doesn't give you the help that you really need. For me, I feel like it was harder, but I managed and I got through it, so it was cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys actually realized that it seemed like you two naturally had those independent skills, and it was just easier for you, and you got better grades.
because there wasn't no distractions.
Right.
Okay, so now that we'll probably be going back to school, how do you guys feel you're gonna manage that setting being different?
When I went back, like for like Thursday and Friday for the B group, I had like good grades still.
Okay, so you kept carrying
'Cause
that.
It was less people in the classroom.
Yeah, when I went back,
Yeah.
my grades skyrocketed. Like when I was by myself, they were okay. I wasn't failing or nothing, but it was okay. So, but when I went back, I had straight A's, B's, C's, so I was cool.
Yeah, I had all A's.
Okay, that's great. So what I like that I'm hearing is that the experience in COVID, although it had some challenges, a lot of you realized either it built up your skills in being independent,
Right.
or it helped you guys capitalize off of like you already have those strengths and like not being, easily distracted. And especially what you guys shared about how you guys really emphasize like less distractions helped you. I feel like that's a really good thing, to be sharing with like educators. It's because it really speaks to like our students really know that having a lot of distractions is hard for them. What about outside of school, just like in terms of like socializing, being with your friends? Like how did that affect you during COVID, if maybe you didn't see people or maybe family? Or did it not affect you guys at all? Or did you like that, you had more time to yourself?
I still went with my family.
Okay, so you were still with family.
Right. It was like the same like when we was in school.
Except for friends.
It did affect you hanging out with friends?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you guys handle that?
Text.
A lot more texting, right?
It affected me because I didn't get to see my grandparents because of COVID, But I mean, I got to see my friends. We made plans out of school, but I mean, it was weird not being able to go in the malls or like Sky Zone. You had to wear masks everywhere, so like it was all right. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst, so it was cool.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you guys, what I'm hearing is you adjusted pretty well. Like
Yeah.
there were some challenging things. The toughest time for me was not seeing certain family members for like over a year. So that was crazy. But also like the whole adjusting to like, if you see people, we're wearing masks, who's comfortable, who's not, where can we even go?
Right.
And a lot of it happened during our winter season in Ohio. So now that things have been opening back up, how's the transition been for you guys?
A lot better.
Yeah, because we don't have to wear masks.
That was tough. Were you guys wearing masks in school when you came back?
Yes.
Yeah. We had them every day.
How did that go?
Bad.
I couldn't breathe.
Right.
Right.
I got my mom called like 5 times.
I understand. It was really tough for me in the office too wearing it. So I know you guys haven't had a chance to film your individual videos yet. So how are you feeling about how you prepared for it? What you're gonna say about yourself?
I've been working all day.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
VC's been ready.
Yeah.
I've been working all night.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
ready for it.
That's good because I think that shows a big difference from the beginning when you didn't even want to share an I am statement. You were kind of struggling during practice. VC was being asked to repeat himself a bunch of times. So I'm really proud of you guys in doing that work.
Right.
What about other programs with Summer Bridge? Well, how's that been going? I know we only had Summer Bridge last week and this week, but I know in that time you guys have had morning sessions, afternoon ones.
I ain't never been to Summer Bridge. This
So
is the first time.
This is the first time? So how's it going for you so far with the first 2 weeks?
Good.
Last
What?
week it was raw. We got to dance,
I
paint,
like it.
everything.
Okay, you got to dance.
Paint, everything.
What was the dance program?
I
don't know.
Dance program.
Right, because I was not here.
Did you do it, VC?
It was only one day.
Oh, it was only one day?
Yeah.
Did you dance?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it like an African type of dance, hip hop?
It was like hip hop.
Okay, cool.
Like how you be on TikTok.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, we might have to have him do it for the individual videos.
No, I forgot it.
What about the painting? Did you guys all participate in painting?
I was not there.
I did.
I didn't.
Only painted like one of them. Only went to one.
Okay, but you got to paint a whole picture.
No, we made clay bowls.
Oh, I love arts and crafts type stuff. And so, what about this week? Anything standing out with the programs you've been a part of this week? I know Golden Ciphers is their morning sessions.
Yeah, Golden
Yeah.
Ciphers. Yeah, that's a really
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, tell me what you like. I wasn't part of it, so I'm not sure what they
I like
did.
that
We-
they come in
we-
and talk.
We learning more about our culture.
Yeah, and like we also like they go over things that we don't learn in school.
Right.
Like they don't teach us about student debt or student loans in school. You feel me? So I feel like it's just like it's like a crutch. So now we know, so we don't make the same mistakes they made when they was in school. And I feel like it was helpful.
Yeah. I think that like that's a lot of the what's been great about the programming. I see with Students of Promises, we're constantly trying to create things where it's just like they're not getting this, in school and a
Right.
class, but it's really important. So what are some of the things that you guys have taken away from the Golden Ciphers? Because it seems like they've been really going above and beyond what you may get in school. Kevon, were you part of Golden Ciphers?
Yeah.
What's been standing out for you that was kind of stuck with you that you took away?
They taught us about how our ancestors are not dead until we stop saying their name.
That's
Yeah.
very powerful. That's talking about our ancestors and our connection to them. How did that make you feel? Because I feel like in our society, it's like once we lose somebody, we feel like that's it, we lost them.
Right, and we learn about the new thing about like libation
Vibration.
and libration.
Tell me about that.
It's like when you pour you get like a drink, pour it inside a cup and say like the person's name that died.
Oh, okay. And is that a way of like honoring them?
Yeah.
Showing respect to them? Did they say that it should be a drink that that person you're honoring would have liked to drink?
Water, liquor,
Water.
Yeah.
or like vodka, because it's clear.
Right.
Okay, because it's clear.
One thing that struck out was we learned about the justice system. We learned about statistics, and we also learned about like random laws. Like we didn't know about I did know, but most people in our group didn't know that felonies stayed on our record. Like everybody thinks that felonies get abolished or like they go away once you turn 18, but that's not the case all the time. So that was one thing that I really didn't know about either. But that was also pretty helpful from Golden Ciphers.
Yeah, I think it's pretty important that, especially when we talk about things related to the justice system, we're often, especially when we're talking to our adolescents, teenagers, it's like, stay out of trouble, right?
Right.
You guys have heard stay out of trouble all the time, but I think it's so important that whenever we're talking to you or people are trying to guide you, that they really give you the information, like the reality of what would happen
Right.
otherwise. So do you think that makes a difference for you guys when you understand more of the reality of consequences?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did it change things for you guys?
So if they already did it, we wouldn't want to do it again since they already did something bad with it.
And you mean in terms of like you understand like because they did something bad and you see the consequences that they face.
Right. To not make that mistake they did.
I hear you. I hear you. Definitely, I think it's important that we learn these things. So you said it was a lot about the justice system.
Yeah.
Anything else for you guys?
I have a question.
Sure.
What is student promise?
What is Students of Promise?
Yeah.
You guys should be answering that to me. That's the program you're a part of.
Students of
But you're
Promise is
new
a
to
brother.
this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's our veteran here? VC?
Yep.
VC is our veteran. So I think VC
Yep.
should share with them as if you were to, let's say we bring you in front of a group of brand new students.
Right.
How would you describe Students of Promise, what it's about?
Students of Promise is like a brotherhood, you know what I mean? Like, it's like everybody that has a goal. Like, we just don't focus on one thing. Like, we come together and figure out, it helps you with everything. It could be school, it can be college, it can be home, it can be anything. We just come together and we just enjoy each other, have each other company, know that we have each other's back. Like, if you're going through anything, you feel me? Like, Students of Promise is that thing that boosts your morale or, like, just helps you out. It's brotherhood for real.
Do you have any personal stories about how being part of Students of Promise has specifically benefited you or changed anything in your life?
Not personal stories, but I know that I had some peers from last year that was in Students of Promise, and I want to be where they were at, and I like what Students of Promise helped for them. So that's why I'm still in it. Or in it now.
Okay, and you guys, this is your first year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you both going to be freshmen at Maple Heights?
Yeah.
That's awesome that you're getting started now, especially with what, VC shared regarding like just the ways in which it helps you, all the exposure you get, these really cool experiences. So do you guys have any goals, especially for my freshmen? What are some goals you have going into your first year of high school or things that you're looking forward to?
I wanted to keep my good grades.
Yeah, and me.
That's important. So you're already coming in with good grades. You want to keep them. What else?
Do good in football.
And like invite more kids to like Student of Promise.
Oh, so you guys are gonna be recruiting? I think that's awesome because the bigger the group, the more of the people around you get to be part of these cool experiences.
Or the lesser a group is better.
Depending on the activity, right?
No.
What about you, VC? I know you've been in the program how many years?
Second.
So what are you looking forward to, either with the program or just in general for your upcoming, is it going to be your junior or senior year?
Senior year.
Ooh, senior year, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Mainly college. I want to go to college, and I feel like Students of Promise will help me like learn a lot more about it. Like today we're talking about student loans and stuff, so I understand a lot more than I wouldn't know if I wasn't with Students of Promise or going to Cyphers. I feel like I just need to stay focused to help me like get there.
I think that's awesome, especially for like the younger students to hear about like, okay, as there's programming going on, it's giving you information that's going to help you with like these next big decisions you make in high school and after high school. I know that if it wasn't part of the programs I was in when I was in college and high school, I would have not gotten as far because I just wouldn't have known the information. Like I wouldn't have known about applying. I wouldn't have known.
Right, I didn't even know till he told me
You didn't know what?
about Student of Promise.
Oh, okay. So see, like that's awesome that like he shared it with you, so you get to be a part of it. And then now that you're a part of it, you'll be learning a lot and be able to tell others, how it's benefited you. Because I feel like if you guys keep showing up, something's going right. Something's helping you.
Right. And they motivate us too. A lot.
Right, to do like better things.
Are there any ways that you can say now you've already been like motivated to be better in certain things that maybe you didn't think about before?
Like football.
Oh, you feel being with Students of Promise is actually helping you in that area of football?
Yeah, like a team.
Okay, because a lot of the teammates in Students of Promise?
Yeah, most of them.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, it's just like a brotherhood for real. I mean, like, it's something that we can explain. You have to be here. You got to be in Students of Promise to get the full experience.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, I think it's going to come easier for you guys in sharing these things because it goes back to what we were talking about this week with, like, remember when Chuck gave his story and I was pointing out to you guys how, like, he could just sit there and motivate you guys, but to put a story behind it was really probably what stuck with you to be motivating. Just like whatever story you guys put behind being part of Students of Promise or anything else you share with people is really what's going to help get that message across of like why you should join or why it's beneficial.
Right.
So I'm glad that we're working on these things now and we can definitely do more of this type of stuff because we want you guys to feel comfortable in any way you're sharing things with other people on camera, in a podcast, because there'll be lots of opportunities for a podcast, and I would love to have you guys back. So any final thoughts on anything that you'd want to leave the audience who hears this with about either yourself, Students of Promise, this experience?
So when you was in college, was you going to Student of Promise like with him, like Coach Mike?
No, so for a personal question, I don't mind answering. So I actually was never part of Students of Promise. I've just, as an adult, been able to work with Students of Promise. So I've been able to like do programs, work with the linkage coordinators, but I was part of different types of programs while I was in college that helped me at that level the way Students of Promise helps you guys in high school.
Right.
So when I shared that story, I was just sharing that these types of programs are really helpful. For me, it made a big difference, in going to school.
Right.
Any questions or anything else y'all wanted to share?
No, just like if you guys have like a Students of Promise or like anything, I'll advise to join it because like as freshmen, or if you freshmen are coming into high school, that's just like a crutch for me because like I promise you, like, they're gonna help you like through high school. Which I had a student promise in my freshman year, because I would have been not made the same mistakes that I would have made as a freshman.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys are good. You're starting off as freshmen. VC recognizes the way in which it's been a good support for him and all the things he wants to accomplish. So I feel like we had a good session. I'm excited for y'all to film your introductions and give a little bit of a storytelling example for us when we film you. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. We're out, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so we in the studio with students of promise. We got Devin, we got Donatello, we rapping, ooh. Yeah, we on this beat. Students of promise, we finna shut this down. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, we know we exclusive. These mics, these headphones exclusive. 5,000K on your head exclusive. After this, I'm finna pass it to Nicole.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I love it. I got a new theme song in the building. Nicole, Students of Promise podcast. I'm with none other than my males, my men, repping Maple Heights High School. What's up, fellas? Why is it important to get out of y'all's comfort zone, do you think?
Oh yeah. I feel as though like it's certain stuff that like you just like it's just you not gonna be comfortable with. Like if you have to do something or you need to do something, you just probably not gonna be comfortable with it. You have to like push yourself to do that, to like achieve that whatever you're doing, you know?
Speaking of getting out of your comfort zone, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over here to what's your nickname? D, but what's your nickname? What people call you? Noonie?
Yeah.
I want to talk to Noonie for a second because he has a really unique story. Speaking of comfort zones, you are actually a teenage father.
Yeah.
And how old is your daughter?
About to be 2.
Almost 2. So speaking of comfort zones, what is this experience like for 15? Are you 15? 16?
17.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had her when I was 15.
Oh, right. What is this like for a 17-year-old? Because even though, I don't know about y'all, but as women and teenage mothers, like you always see, I shouldn't say you always, but when there's a teenage girl that's a mother or pregnant or whatever, like you always really see that. But we really don't have, we don't have a father side. Like, what is it like for the teenage guy who walking around as a dad and then, oh my goodness, you have a girl?
Yeah.
God was being real funny with that.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's hard, but it's not like, you just gotta give it your all. I feel like you gotta put your best into it. Like, it's gonna be a lot of people that tell you can't do certain things. Like, when I first had her, everybody said, no, you're not gonna finish high school. You're gonna drop out. I'm not doing none of that. Like, I'm still on top of my grades, playing sports. I'm showing everybody, oh, I got this.
Yeah, that you got it, and we commend you for that. Did you have your father in your life?
Yeah.
So was he kind of one of the big reasons why you decided to take your role as a father seriously? Because y'all know that whole saying goes, mama's baby, papa's maybe, meaning that, like, the woman, like, we don't get a chance to opt out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys get the chance to opt out. And the fact that you didn't, why?
I mean, I couldn't do that. That's just me as a person. Like, I wouldn't abandon my child. I don't think anybody should do that. A child, especially a female, she gonna need her father in her life. I'm not like that. I'm gonna make sure my daughter's straight. I got everything for her, whatever she needs.
Do you plan on having more children?
In the future, when I get older, but right now I'm away.
What lesson did you learn? No,
Yeah.
don't say it. Speaking of overcoming, one of the assignments that we told you guys to come up with was to answer a series of questions that we had. And then we also, again, made you come up with I am statements. Would you guys like to talk about the I am statements that you decided to choose and talk about?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So my I am statement was I'm funny. Right. The reason I want to be funny, because I want to bring like my friends and other people up and don't have them be mad, because like what if one day somebody want to do something bad, right, and then my joke made them better.
I mean, I've been in a situation like that. You know what I mean?
Right,
Where, yes, absolutely. Or I don't know about y'all, but if you've like arguing with your brother, your sister, or your girlfriend or whatever, and then like you in the middle of an argument, but somebody say something funny or do something funny, the laughter like breaks that negative energy, and like I don't care how mad, like if funny is funny. Funny is funny. We could be sitting here arguing right now. Somebody can walk across and do something silly, and we're all gonna bust out laughing. You know, so that's a really super cool I am statement, because I don't think a lot of people understand how much power is in laughter, how much power is in funny. That's positive, and it lifts up spirits. It has the potential to literally shift the energy in the room. What was your I am statement?
My I am statement was that I am committed. Like, what I mean by that is, like, I am committed at everything I do, on and off the field. When I'm working for a spot, I'm committed to get that spot. I'm committed to achieve at that spot. I'm committed to be the best at that spot. That's what commitment means to me.
How do you guys deal with disappointment?
I mean, you just take
Or
it
failure.
on in. You gotta take it in. Our life, you gonna fail. Like, you gotta give it your all, your second chance. Like, you can't just get on the ground and not get back up.
Yeah. Like, it's just pick yourself back up and try again. If you fall again, get back up and do it again. Just keep doing it till you achieve.
Anything y'all take away from this week? What did y'all learn from the program? Like anything you want to keep with you, or you might want to share with somebody in the future? Anything that stuck out most to you?
I just gotta say, believe in yourself. That's all I gotta say.
Like, you can really do anything if you really want to. If you really want to and you really believe you can do that something, you can really do it if you really wanted to.
Listen, this sums it up for me. Anybody have anything else they want to say? Well, do me a favor. Since y'all got me in this podcast, y'all brought me in on fire. It's only one way to go out.
Oh, wait.
You're right.
Before that, I got a
Yes.
question.
Ask.
If you had an I am statement, what would yours be?
Ooh.
Good question.
Challenge the challenger, huh? And not if you have an I am statement. I've got plenty of them, okay? So the one I'm going to leave everybody with today is I am focused. I am focused on achieving my dreams. I am focused on achieving my goals. I am focused on protecting my peace, protecting my energy, and being the best that I can be. Those are all my I ams. So could y'all please take Miss E. Nicole and this Students of Promise podcast out the studio the way you brought me in, please.
All right, come on, let's go.
Hey, it's E. Nicole here. Hey. Stop the
About to
light.
close out the podcast. Nicole, yes, you know we about to spaz.
Hey.
Yeah, and we know we with Students of Promise. Students of Promise, we live in 5K. I don't know what that mean, but we all get. Yeah. But anyways, we about to head out. Y'all did a good job, so it's out. I don't know what that meant, but hey, it rhymes, so let's say goodbye.
Hey, y'all, it's been a wrap. I appreciate y'all. Maple Heights in the building. Y'all did awesome.